and I will be talking about the topic well-being across the lifespan. How does subjective well-being evolve with age? Subjective well-being is the way people see their own lives, how they lead them, and how that impacts them. The studies are done in the form of questionnaires. So our question is, does subjective well-being increase with age? In this presentation, I will be referring to two literary reviews written in 2013 and 2014. Various theories and insights have been found and stated in the areas of economics, psychology, and gerontology. Some insights gained from the field of economics. A model named Life Cycle Model argues that well-being is independent of age and therefore flat across the lifespan. An example of this, humans will save money when they have abundance, and then, should there for some reason be much less income, they will borrow money to even out what is missing. There is very little empirical evidence supporting this life cycle theory. Another idea that came up in the studies is that younger individuals often like to signal their status simply to find partners, and therefore they might have more advantage from consumption in general than older people. On the other hand, older people may need to spend more on healthcare. In that case, marginal utility of consumption would be the largest at older ages. So to briefly summarize, economic theory does not clearly predict patterns of well-being throughout life. The insights that we're getting in psychology center themselves around the satisfaction paradox. This is a phenomenon that occurs when customers are very loyal. The likelihood of them running into customer experience issues rises, paradoxically. The question also arose whether this satisfaction paradox is caused by age cohort effects. These are changes that occur over time in a group that includes individuals of, for example, similar age. The social emotional selectivity theory states that people experience more life satisfaction as they get older because they choose to spend more time doing things that contribute to their well-being instead of focusing mostly on things they may have done in younger years. For example, earning money, supporting children. Again, nothing clearly shows patterns. Now, gerontology. Well-being does not seem to be affected by the issues that are often brought on by aging, joint pain, less energy, etc. Also, older people may describe their lives as more satisfying because they have less expectations than younger individuals. Happiness does increase to a small extent simply due to accepting the realities of life. Maybe less goals are made, or maybe smaller goals, for example. 2001 Argo. Overall, gerontology seems to believe that older people adapt to the circumstances of their lives. So the observations and documentations of these studies have been the following so far. Several authors with different specialties have analyzed the relationship between age and well-being. Three possibilities identified with graphs are the U-shape. This could be due to the fact that younger people have higher expectations or older people adapt and therefore have more realistic intentions in life, or happy humans live longer. The inverted U-shape. There's very little evidence for this one. Linearity. Most studies argue that well-being is more or less constant throughout the life cycle. So some quotes and further questions that this research brings up. One big issue with the study is that only males between 40 and 85 were chosen. Among the results was definitely a tendency for people to lose the positive effect during the last year of their lives. No significant evidence was found for age, cohort, or time effects. There was, however, compelling evidence of well-being in adulthood being very stable. Cohort results seem to matter. So how large is this cohort effect? Scientists were not able to state with certainty whether the age-well-being relationship across the lifespan is linear or convex. A scientist, Easterlin, in 2006 said, happiness is greater in midlife, but not by a great deal. We will also need to focus on countries outside of Europe and North America in order to discover more on this topic. So far, we have only looked at parts of the Western world. Thank you.